Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive's Employee of the Month, 2 months in a row. Leave a message at the... Hi, Jamie. It's me, Jamie. I just had a new idea for our song about the Name Your Price tool. So when it's like, tell us what you want to pay, hey, 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 and the trombone goes, blah, 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 and you say, we'll help you find coverage options to fit your budget. Then we just all do finger snaps while a choir goes, savings coming at ya, savings coming at ya. Yes? No? Maybe? Anyway, see your practice tonight. I got new lyrics for the rap break.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Oh, yeah, yeah, girl, I'm coming at ya, yeah, girl, like Cleopatra, yeah. Hello, Wildcats, it's your boy Kev, just coming at you like another East Bay magazine. Hey, Dad, hey, Mom, can I get some of these shoes? No! Anyways, this is just a heads up to let you know that we are a comedy and crime podcast, so even though we do cover many serious cases and true events, we do like to throw in some inappropriate jokes and some dark humor every now and then. So if you don't like to cover your true crime with comedy, like a spaghetti with a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top, then you're not going to enjoy this podcast, which is a shame, you know, because me and my boys work hard on it. These are my best dudes, my best boys. And if you don't like it, then you don't like them. And if you don't like the tooth, do you know what the tooth's going to do to you? You don't want to know. Unless you enjoy starring in The Faces of Death or that Red Asphalt video they make you watch in Driver's Ed, he'll do stuff like that to you. The outcome's going to be the same as that movie. But anyways, this episode just wasn't exactly up to par to me. I don't know what it is. It just seems kind of off, something about it. But hopefully you all still enjoy it. And, you won't hold it against us. We'll make sure next week's episode is extra good because the following episode after that is episode 100. And we're pretty excited about that. So thank you everyone for listening. Be good, stay safe, and laugh at the dark stuff. Hashtag Wildman. Also, I'm going to put in a dirty song right here. It's not appropriate for kids. So if you listen to this show with babies like I do, I usually hang out at the closest kindergarten, and I just jam some of these episodes with all my new buddies out there. Yeah, don't do that. Just go ahead and skip this song, unless you want to teach these babies some cool shit. Enjoy. Yeah, this song goes out. This is for family. This one's about love and family, and not forgetting the ones that mean the most to you. Grandma, your pussy looks just like Stephen King. And Grandma, your pussy bush, it reminds me of Don King. And Grandma, your pussy bush, fucking whiter than the winter snow. And Grandma, your pussy bush has got to go. So we'll take out the Clippers like we were the Lakers. Bring out your red panties like we're fighting McGregor. Now Grandma, my grandpa, he would love to get a BJ, and he cried and he pleaded, but you told him no way. But Grandma, my grandpa, was a veteran of World War II. And a candlelit blowy, well, that's the least you could do. Everybody now, we'll take out the Clippers like we were the Lakers. Bring out your red panties like we're fighting McGregor.
Alright, fellas, like we practiced.
Yeah. 2, 3, 4. Come on down. Come on down. Hanging with the brothers tonight, yeah. Come on down to the Brothers Commonplace tonight. Of silence.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Alrighty, welcome everyone to the Brothers Commonplace, a comedy and crime podcast where we cover monsters, murders, mysteries, and more. Yes, and before we jump into today's crazy case, I want y'all to meet my favorite tavern brawlers.
What up, y'all? Welcome to the show. I'm fucking Tooth like you didn't fucking know. This is my sidekick, Spencer. He goes...
I say Li Ho Bo to all of our Taiwanese listeners.
Oh, shit.
Fuck yeah.
Which, according to Yahoo Answers, means hello.
Yahoo Answers a good place to get
Really reliable information.
and wisdom. Toof, you would be like, your fucking words of wisdom, you'd be a god there.
You would.
Man,
Absolutely.
that's a funny, like, Taiwanese? What language is that?
Taiwanese.
That's, like, the funniest thing, because, like, how do they know that one general in the South who fought for the Civil War would be a hobo?
Lee Hobo. Oh, okay, I see.
Jesus, dude. I didn't get it
That's
at first
exactly where their language came from.
because he said Lee Hobo like 2 minutes ago.
That's when the neurons first started firing for Toof.
Fuck yeah.
And it's your boy Kev, a.k.a. the Dirty Dog, a.k.a. the Cleveland Dangler this week. That's right. Go around to Cleveland and dangle my little tater tot out at everyone. So, alrighty, I hope all you Wildcats enjoy the movie Encino Man, because this case involves digging out a swimming pool and finding, unfortunately, not Link Chamovsky, a.k.a. Brendan Fraser from Encino Man, that Samwise and the fucking Weasel dig up, but instead, sadly, this involves the remains of a human body being found. And just a heads up, Encino Man is not going to be the only movie we will be referencing today. We will also be mentioning the talented Mr. Ripley a little bit later.
Ooh, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's right. Hell yes.
Is that a movie starring Leonardo?
Or is it Matt Damon?
Oh, fuck, it's Matt Damon.
Yeah.
I think.
And then before we get started, just a reminder that in honor of our 100th episode coming up in a couple of weeks, we will be doing a Q&A bonus episode. So if you have any questions, whether it's group, individual, or just something you want us to talk about, doesn't really matter. It can be anything. Send it to our email at brotherscommon.place@gmail.com, or you can send it to us on Instagram, Snapchat, or Twitter, whatever you want to do. But yeah, send us some questions. We'll answer them for a bonus episode. So before we jump into this case any further, for our sources, our main ones were Unsolved Mysteries, charlieproject.org, as well as The Guardian and unsolved.com, but a good chunk of this is from Unsolved Mysteries. And also a heads up, most of the information comes from these main sources, but a couple of them have some pretty different information in them, so keep that in mind that it might not be 100% because you got one thing saying something completely different than the other, but we'll mention whenever it is different.
Yeah, call him out, Kev.
Yeah. So, alrighty, this case is going to take us all the way back to May 5th, 1994.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I do have something else to say.
Oh.
I'm going to make a prediction. We all know that our brother here, the DM of our party, Kevin.
All right, yeah.
The dungeon master of our Brothers Commonplace, Kevin.
Yes.
We all know that he is expecting child soon. Well,
Yes.
somewhat soon.
222020, February 2nd, 2020.
I have a prediction that it's going to be a girl because of Tutu.
Oh, shit. That's a reason to believe, man.
But I also believe in irony. So if it was a boy born on Tutu, that would also be interesting.
Yeah.
My prediction has been thrown in the shit.
So this case is going to take us all the way back to May 5th, 1994, just one day before the theatrical release of Three Ninjas Kick Back.
Would that be the second one?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Which, FYI, is almost 2 years exactly after Encino Man came out, which is May 22nd, 1992.
Fuck yes, dude.
So, yes. So it's May of 1994, and we are in San Marino, California, which is a fucking awesome name, very close to Dan Marino.
And very close to 1 month before the OJ incident.
Our buddy, Eric, his stepdad's name was Don Marino, and we used to think that was like the coolest fucking thing ever because he would wear Dan Marino jerseys.
The funniest part about that was Eric fucking hated, I'm pretty sure, football and Marino.
Yeah. So it's May of 94, we're in California, and a worker, he's digging a big hole for a swimming pool in the backyard of a home, and that's when he finds something that is a little bit disturbing. While digging the hole, they hit something hard and solid, and it turned out to be a big fiberglass box.
What's in the box?
And inside that box were 3 plastic bags.
Oh. This is starting to sound like the plot of Pulp Fiction.
And inside those bags were the discarded remains of cut up, dismembered sections of a human skeleton.
Wait, like a skeleton broken into 3 pieces?
No, it was in 3 bags, but it was just cut up pieces of a skeleton.
Oh, okay.
And according to Detective Ronnie Lancaster of the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, the bones may belong to 2 former residents. Quote, "We didn't really know who this person was, and we were later told by uniform officers from San Marino that in 1985, the people that lived in that house had reported 2 people missing."
Huh, okay.
Yeah, so that's some pretty disturbing news. It's May, it's hot, it's the beginning of summer, and all you want to do is dig yourself a nice swimming pool. And not only do you find the remains of a skeleton buried in your yard, but you learn from the local police that a couple that had previously lived in this house 10 years ago had disappeared. So that's some shitty news.
That's not even that far ago. That's 10 fucking years before.
Yeah.
Scary shit.
So who were these missing people? Well, the missing people, they were a married couple by the name of John Sohus and Linda Mayfield. And for some reason, Linda would also go by the nickname Cody. I don't really know. So we have Linda and John Sohus. And one thing to note here also, they weren't living in the home alone either. They were actually living with John's mother, Ruth Sohus, but she went by the nickname Dee Dee. So got a lot of nicknames here.
Okay. No names to make fun of just yet.
What's the last name?
Sohus. Sohus. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I forget. I watched the Unsolved Mysteries episode on it, but I don't remember if that's the pronunciation.
Isn't that like 2 words of the unrelenting force shout?
Ruth Sohus. Yeah, the detectives had to be careful. They kept fucking up the crime scene every time they said the name.
They'd summon an ice storm.
So it was 1985 when Dee Dee, the mother of John, had reported that the 2 were missing. The couple, John and Linda. She reported them missing in 1985. And this was seemingly out of nowhere and really, quote, mystified everyone that knew them. And it seems like these remains are most likely that of John and Linda's. Because they're like, well, we had 2 people that went missing here 10 years ago. We got some remains here. It's probably them.
Okay, so far so good.
But before we get any further, we're going to tell you a little bit about John and Linda. They went missing on February 8th, 1985, and the details on them going missing we'll get to in a minute as well. But John, he was a computer programmer, and he was 28 years old when he was reported as missing.
The fuck? That's how old I am, and I used to program computers for a living.
Oh, shit, dude.
The fuck?
Get out of that house!
Learn from this.
I'm going to sleep with my spatula.
I'm not quite sure exactly what she did. She's listed as an artist. On Unsolved Mysteries, they mentioned that I think she paints, but she was also 28 when she disappeared. So we have a part-time computer programmer and an artist. They were a couple living with John's mother, and then they just completely disappeared. And then on the charlieproject.org, they don't have Jonathan's weight and height listed, but for some reason they list his wife Linda's. So she was, which I mean, it's kind of like...
Fuck yes. Hashtag Wildman.
So Linda, she is a Caucasian female. She had red hair, blue eyes. She was said to have a stocky, muscular build, and she was 6'1", 200 pounds. They don't list Jonathan's weight and height on there, though.
Probably because they didn't want that fucker being found. Like, dude, fuck this Jonathan guy. But watch out, everybody. There's a thick white bitch out there. We need to find her.
Why? Why would they say that?
I don't want to get too stereotypical, but
Okay.
it was maybe a jolly black man looking for her.
Oh, come on. Okay.
I don't know. All right. Okay.
All right, let's go on. So at the time of the disappearance, John and Linda, they'd been married for 2 years now. And according to their friends, they both felt trapped living in a home with John's mother. And they both had looked forward to moving out and getting their own place. Which I don't blame them one bit. Like, nobody wants to live with someone else's mom or your own mom while you're married and like almost 30 years old.
Yeah.
That would be shitty. Like, for me, that personally wouldn't work. Like, if I still lived with my mom, because I would hate to keep her awake for 2 minutes a night during my just raucous lovemaking.
You think they'd let me live there?
Yeah, probably.
Fuck yes.
So we have John, who is working part-time doing computer programming. Linda, she's an artist. I don't know if she has a actual job or if she like sells paintings or what. There is one thing mentioned later about her work that we'll say. But according to Linda's friend Sue Kaufman, she was happy in her life as John was always supportive of her. And then Sue, she would also say, quote, Linda was happy with her life, and John approved of everything she had to do and say, and I thought that was great for her because she's never had a supportive man in her life. So, hell yeah.
All right, that's good.
Yeah.
Hashtag wholesome.
She's doing her art stuff, and he's supporting her, which, I mean, that's tough. And this has nothing to do with that, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of a guy me and Spence saw in Chicago who was playing bagpipes.
Yeah, fuck bagpipe guy.
Yeah, that's exactly, yeah. Like, normally you see people on the sidewalk or something, like playing like bucket drums or something, and it's like, oh, cool, I'll throw some money to him. He's doing some cool stuff. There's this guy playing bagpipes so goddamn loud, like in the middle of like busy area, that like just pissing everyone off. No one could hear, and it like would pierce your ears. And probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours later, he was still in that same fucking spot doing it. And there's like people trying to sell like food and stuff around him.
Dude, and man, just fuck the bagpipes, man.
I just hate that guy. I mean, I know he's trying to get money, I guess, but fuck.
I love bagpipes, but that guy was just wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, I agree.
There's like a YouTube channel where I think you can like put two YouTube videos next to each other to like sync them.
Yeah.
I mean, someone did this for me and I couldn't tell the difference, but it was some guy playing bagpipes, like the most talented bagpipe player, and then Psycho Florida Man raping geese, and I couldn't tell the difference.
God, fuck yeah, dude. I like that.
The waveforms were exact. They canceled each other out.
Hey,
did you see where that dude recorded himself farting into a mic and like it had the waveform and he turned it into a song because it hit like 5 or 6 notes?
Okay, I'm back.
So that video I was talking about, this guy recorded himself farting. It's called Laz's Magnificent 7-Tone Fart Symphony.
Oh my god.
And it's fucking awesome.
Holy shit.
And then he transcribes it to flutes, to like flutes hitting the notes. Then he makes a composition out of it. It's fucking awesome. If I remember, I'll put it right here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so where were we? So sometime in January or early February 1985, keep in mind they disappeared on February 8th that year. So it has to be sometime before that, but it's at the beginning of this year. John and Linda, they feel like they had finally caught a break. At last, some good news was just around the corner, waiting for them within their reach. The two had announced that both of them had been asked to interview for some very important jobs. Both of them. And both of these jobs turned out to be very important governmental jobs. Which
that's weird.
Not only sounds awesome, good for them, but it kind of sounds, like you said, weird and probably shady and possibly made up. Like, who knows? But it doesn't really make sense for a computer programmer and an artist to both be offered a government job at the same time.
Like, I can see one, like a computer programmer, okay, you know, that could be something.
Yeah.
But a fucking artist?
Yeah.
An at-home artist, too, like...
So both of them, they just happen to have been asked to come in for an interview during the same time. And that's when Linda, she tells her friend Sue that John had actually been offered the job with the government and that she couldn't tell her any more information about it because it had to be kept secret. However, good news, the employers wanted both of them, not just John. But she can't talk about it because it's supposed to be secret.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is like a couple weeks, like 2 weeks before they disappear.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay then.
So Linda and John, they were set to go out to New York for this job, and they would both be gone for a while because the trip was expected to last about 2 weeks.
I don't want to like make fun of them, but I've got some property in the Florida wastelands I'd like to sell them too.
Oceanfront property in Arizona. But yeah.
I don't want to make fun of them. Let's, anything can happen, the promise of a good job. I'll roll with it.
Yeah. And then on that very familiar date, February 8th, 1985, that is when the two would head out and leave on their trip. At least that's what was believed to have happened. Because after 2 weeks, Linda and John, they do not return to their home in San Marino. In fact, they hadn't returned to anywhere. They were missing and nobody had any idea where the couple could be.
And that's like, I'm pretty sure even if you got a government job, unless you're like an undercover informant, I'm pretty sure you can say what job you got.
Yeah, very secretive. Unless, I don't know what kind of job a painter would have for the government that she couldn't talk about. Probably something sweet if it was real.
Kevin, they have walls there in their offices, and they can't just have white walls. That's crazy.
Unfortunately, they can't paint any Disney characters, though, because it is a daycare.
Like, even if the walls are white, that still requires someone to paint it.
And then one big note here. According to the Charlie Project website, they claim that the two had actually gone to Connecticut to look for jobs. I believe the other sources said New York. This one says Connecticut. And I think something comes up later where they mention New York, but I do just want to mention that some sites say Connecticut. And then also they mentioned that Linda actually did have a job, and she left it. It was a science fiction fantasy bookstore called Dangerous Visions, and she left that whenever they went to New York for this interview. But I only saw that listed on there. But that's kind of a cool fucking place. Dangerous Visions, a science fiction fantasy bookstore.
That place sounds fucking sweet. Go get my jack-off magazines.
Yes, sir. And then a few weeks later, Linda's sister Kathy, she would get a call from a local kennel. They were calling to find out where the hell Linda was because before leaving to New York, she dropped off 6 cats at the kennel and paid for a 2-week stay for them.
Okay. Okay, this explains a lot now.
Unfortunately for Linda, it does explain a lot.
Only someone that fucking crazy with 7 cats would believe they have a secret government job after becoming a painter.
Okay.
This makes sense now.
Yep.
And it's
like I'm halfway there with my own with the cats, but I'm not fucking 7 deep like it's the fucking backseat of a Chevy Suburban, 3rd row extended, man. Like, come the fuck on.
And it's been a while now, and she still hasn't come back to pick up those wildcats. I will say, though,
fuck yeah.
Props to this kennel, because Linda paid for 2 weeks, and then they called Kathy after like 8 weeks, and they're like, yeah, it's been 8 weeks or so. We're still just kind of hanging out, taking care of these little felines, wondering where the hell you're at, Linda. But yeah, they held on to these fuckers for a while.
Yeah, that's a pretty long time. Good on them. They probably had that fucking late fee ready to go, though.
Yeah, dude. Since I worked at Blockbuster for a week, you know how their thing was no late fees? How that was like their big thing?
What was that, near the fucking end? Because I know I got late fees there.
Dude, you know what what the thing is? For you to have like a membership, you had to have like a card on file. So if you were like a week late, you just got charged for the full DVD. That's why there's no late fees.
Oh my god.
If you don't bring it in, you just got fucking charged for it.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. So Linda and John, they were said to have really loved those cats. So Kathy, she was super worried because she knew something wasn't right, because there's no way that Linda would just disappear, especially without taking these cats with them. Like, that's not like her at all. She really loves these cats. And Linda, she does the smart thing. She calls John's mother, Dee Dee, to try and figure out like what the hell happened, to see if she has any idea where they might be. And that's when Dee Dee tells her that the two were on a, quote, secret mission, and they were not allowed to contact any family members.
All right. Gee.
All right.
I don't want to make fun of them. I'm going to reserve my judgment until I hear all the facts.
Yeah, okay.
But
yeah,
as a preliminary, Jesus fucking gullible Christ, man. Come the fuck on.
Kathy is then probably like, what the fuck? They said they were going to be back in 2 weeks, and it's been a while now. So Kathy, she keeps pushing Dee Dee more and more, asking questions like, what are you talking about? They're on a secret mission. That doesn't make any sense. And she would talk to Dee Dee a bunch of times, asking her each time, like, well, where the hell are they? Here's a fun quote, though, in regards to Kathy asking Dee Dee about where they are. Quote, however, her story changed each time Kathy called her. Kathy believed that this was due to Dee Dee's alcoholism. It did appear to me as though she had been drinking. Sometimes it depended on what time of the day you called as to how wild the story became. So that's pretty fun.
Huh.
Wow.
They would call Dee Dee, right?
Yeah, that's John's mother.
Yep, they call her and she'd be like, it's 8 o'clock, man. She might already be smashed. Let's see how she's feeling. Hello, Dee Dee. We'd like to ask some questions. And she picks up. She's just like, I'm made out of metal and aluminum foil. They call me Tin Tis. Yeah, I drink 40s and motor oil. We'll just try back later.
They're like, hey, Dee Dee, we're trying to figure out where they are. I took a bite of my pizza at Little Caesars in the hood, and when my dinner was over, I was $5, broke her, but fuck it, because the pizza was good. They're like, oh, okay, that doesn't really help us out. I'm trying to find John and Linda.
We'll just call back later, ma'am.
So Dee Dee, she would get questioned by the police, and here's a quote. She claimed that they were not missing, but were on a secret mission. This is a quote from the police.
To Alderaan.
She told officers that she received this information from her, quote, source, whom she refused to identify. And with no evidence of foul play, police were unable to investigate further.
This is literally some shit I would tell a fucking 7-year-old if I was babysitting them to get them like distracted to get away from me.
But some interesting things are going on now. So we're going to fast forward 3 months from 1985 from the disappearance. Sue, she goes and checks the mail. And what do you know? There's a postcard in there addressed to her from Linda.
Oh,
and
okay.
This postcard, it had been mailed from Paris, France. And on the back, this is what it says. Dear Sue, kinda missed New York, oops, but this can be lived with. John and Linda.
Oh my god, that's fucking it.
That is what it says, yes. And of course, Sue, she doesn't buy that it's actually from them. She finds it to be absolute bullshit right away because it didn't make any sense. Why were they in France? They didn't put anything else on the postcard like why they were in France or how long they were going to be there or when they would be returning home or what they should do with their pets, seeing as how they left them at the kennel like months ago. And to top it all off, John and Linda never once mentioned anything at all about going to France to anyone. And like Sue believes that if Linda actually planned on going to France, she would have been way too excited. There's no way that she wouldn't have mentioned this to anyone. So this whole thing just doesn't make any sense.
I would get worried if Kevin ate some Taco Bell and went to the toilet longer than fucking an hour.
Yeah, so this is like...
And then I get a postcard from Kevin. And let's just say my name's not Tooth. Let's just say my name's Annie.
Oh my god. Dear Annie.
Dearest Annie, I've been on the toilet for months now. I don't know when I'm ever gonna return.
That is a Chili Cartel reference, a movie we made that you cannot watch because YouTube took it down because it had almost triple-digit views.
They hate us because they ain't us.
That's right. Now, here's a quote from Sue on the postcard. Quote, I have no clue as to how going to New York could ever wind up being France, and I read the back of it. I was like, I can't wait. She's finally going to tell me where she is, what's going on. And all it said was, Dear Sue, kinda miss New York, oops. But this can be lived with, signed John and Linda. Nothing about, I'll call you later, can't talk now, nothing. It just doesn't sound like her.
Because it isn't her.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh. And Linda's family also received postcards as well, but once again, nothing was listed on there besides just the standard hello and we're in France. Like, that's pretty much it.
Oh my god. It's the Andrew song. We were staying in Paris.
Yes. If we go down. I love that song, dude.
Now available on our Patreon.
Yeah.
Wait, right?
Yeah, that's on our Patreon. Maybe
Okay.
I'll put a little clip of it right here to give them a little taste.
Okay,
Probably not,
good.
though. You gotta pay for that shit.
Fuck yeah.
No, I might. We'll see.
We were staying with Andrew to get away from the brothers, and I thought, wow, if I could just come shot right now, I don't think that we could suck this out. Andrew's a terrorist. I don't know if his dick's got some hair. I can't let you fall asleep in that chair while Andrew plays with himself. If we go down, then we go down on each other. I'll let you do anything. You'll say that I was gay.
And then it seems like Dee Dee, she decided to have a change of heart, because before she was just saying, like, they're on a secret mission. I don't know where they're at. I can't talk anymore. My source told me they're in France and on a secret mission, that I'm not allowed to talk about it. So she wasn't helping the police at all. But she decided to have a change of heart, because now she's going to help the police and try to find her missing son and his wife. And 3 months later, she decides to file a missing persons report for John and Linda.
Oh, 3 months. How considerate.
Yeah. And this time she tells them that she had previously been in contact with John and Linda through her mysterious source. However, her source has since disappeared.
Dude, if Kevin was in the fucking toilet for more than 2 hours, I'd file a missing persons report.
But she's not using a name or anything. She just keeps saying source. But after being pressed further, she finally decided that she would eventually give in and reveal to the police that her source was a man by the name of Christopher Chichester.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Famous for his photography. Chester's photography.
Oh my God. Is that Face Off?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. That the worst fucking thing ever.
Oh yeah.
That explains everything.
So Christopher Chichester. But real quick though, Jesus Christ, this lady, like the mom of a missing person, she likes to give the fucking runaround, man. She loves fucking jerking the police around for like 3 months, like not revealing this guy's name as her source. And like, I get it, you want to give him the fucking runaround. It's a surefire way to speed things up. But all it really does is just fucking slow me down.
Why? Why you want to give me the run out around?
Yeah, it's a surefire way to speed things up when all it does is slow me down. So this Christopher Chichester dude, he was actually a tenant in Dee Dee's guest house. And keep in mind, Dee Dee, John, and Linda all live in the main house, but this dude is living in the guest house on the property. And he had lived there for the last 2 years, which I believe is close to the same amount of time that John and Linda had been living there. And then after John and Linda disappear, Christopher, seemingly out of nowhere, just decides to move out and disappear as well.
Oh my God. And this is the fucking mom's source?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
With how many times I said disappear, it just made me think of that Metallica song. That, hey, 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 here I go now. And I'm going down that road. Hey, hey, hey. I remember watching that video on YouTube a while ago, and there's so many jokes, because there's a plane that's just chasing Kirk around. And everyone's making jokes about how it's Dave Mustaine in the plane shooting at him.
Oh my God, Dave Mustaine.
Dave Mustaine. And Dee Dee also mentions at this time, after filing a missing persons report, oh, by the way, my son's truck is now missing. I have no idea when it disappeared either.
Is she senile?
She's an alcoholic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that explains it.
But once again, since there's no proof or evidence of an actual crime in regards to any disappearance, and like we've mentioned in past episodes, if two adults choose to move away, leave, or disappear, then they're allowed to. Like if there's no crime, which, I mean, yeah, they're missing, but they have the right to move away if they want to. So there's really not a whole lot they can do about it right now. And then shortly after filing the missing persons report, Dee Dee, she would sell the house and move to a trailer park. So there's a lot of weird shit going on with Dee Dee. And then 2 years later, after selling the house and moving to a trailer park, Dee Dee, she would end up passing away.
Okay, it's getting weird.
A lot of weird shit with Dee Dee, but it could just boil down to she's just fucking drunk all the time.
Yeah.
And then we fast forward 9 months after Dee Dee's death, when something a little nutty happens. And I understand these dates are real confusing. We're jumping around, but we'll pick back up and it'll make more sense. So 9 months after Dee Dee's death, John's missing stolen truck turns up 3,000 miles away in Greenwich, Connecticut.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And how that happens is because there is a person up there, a man by the name of Christopher Crow, and he was trying to sell this pickup, and he's trying to sell it to the son of a local minister. However, he doesn't have like the title or registration papers or anything. He's just trying to sell the actual truck as is.
Oh, okay.
But the minister's son, he's not an idiot. He's like, well, that's not how this shit works.
I ain't just gonna scrap the fucking thing.
So instead of buying the truck, he contacts the police. And that is when the Sergeant Daniel Allen of Greenwich, Connecticut Police Department has this to say, quote, "The Reverend's son decided not to purchase the vehicle based on the fact that there was an outstanding line on the truck. My continued investigation in attempting to locate Mr. Chichester ultimately ended in me discovering that Mr. Chichester and Mr. Crow were the same individuals." So the tenant in the house, Mr. Chichester, the source, he somehow, 9 months later, 3,000 miles away, changes his name to Mr. Crow and is trying to sell John's truck.
9 months later. It's like he was reborn.
I am now Mr. Crow.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, never mind. It was going to be a Crow Brandon Lee joke.
Oh.
Oh, okay. 1 year later, he showed up at the graveyard.
Shelley. So this shit's pretty weird now. It sounds like Mr. Chichester or Mr. Crow possibly has something to do with the disappearance of John and Linda.
Wait, Kev.
Yes.
What did you say about the crow? You said the girl's name or something like that?
Shelley?
Oh, was that the crow's turtle's name?
So this Mr. Chichester or Mr. Crow, he used to be a tenant at the same property in the guest house, and now he was trying to sell John's stolen truck. So this all seems a little bit fishy.
I'll say if it has anything also to do with dead people, then Ozzy Osbourne made a song about it. Mr. Crow, dun dun dun, why did you sell that truck? You sold that truck without a title, you know that's wrong.
Fuck yeah, dude, I love that shit. However, when the police tried to track him down and investigate him, once again he vanished, just as he had previously done. So this mysterious Mr. Chichester Crow, he was nowhere to be found, and the investigation would come to a halt once again.
So Chichester was his first name?
Well, he was going by Mr. Crow now, but he was previously known as Mr. Chichester whenever he was a tenant. So yes.
Oh, okay. Fuck yeah, dude.
And now we're going to fast forward a few more years. We are going to come to May of 94. This is when the skeletal remains were found while digging out that soon-to-be rad swimming pool. And of course, the investigation starts to pick up traction since a body is located on the property of where they lived. But, and this is a huge but, like a Jared Sullinger-sized but.
Ooh.
But whose body did these skeletal remains once make up? And one source does mention that the skull that was found, there was one skull, but it had no jawbone or teeth, and they didn't have any DNA samples from John's biological relatives, so they had no way of testing if that was his skeleton at the time. So they aren't positive that these remains were John's remains. However, a forensic anthropologist examined the remains and determined that they fit the physical descriptions of John Sohus. So that is what we have to go on so far.
All right.
That they believe it is only the remains of one person, and it fits the physical description of John Sohus. So, as of right now, that is all we have. And Dr.
So I'll say as of right now, John and
John and Linda.
John and Linda did the fusion dance and became one, and then had their skull busted in.
Possibly. We'll find out. Now, Detective Ronnie Lancaster, he said, he had this to say, quote, "Nothing about the bones themselves said there was a murder. There were no bullet holes, but the fact that the bones were buried in 3 separate plastic bags and the head in a separate bag makes one think that there was a murder involved." And one thing that really sticks out here, though, there are 2 missing people, but these remains are believed to only be one body. And both John and Linda went missing at the same time, but they only found the remains of one that they believe is possibly John, so why the hell is there only one body? And so next, the detectives, they decided to go to the guest house where Mr. Chichester was living in, and they sprayed luminol all over the cement floors of that bitch, smothered it like my Waffle House hash browns, and quote, within minutes, it would become apparent that there is evidence of murder. There was the telltale glow that was unmistakable, and this is what Detective Robert Carr of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department had to say. Although luminol can detect chemicals and other compounds, this was not just a trace element situation. There was a copious amount of something put on that floor, and in our opinion, that was blood. But also, this is also like 10 years after they disappeared as well, though.
Well, yeah, but they also did find copious amounts of rat shit, too.
Yeah, probably.
What year would this have been? 1997?
This is 94. So
94.
They spread luminol all over, and they believe they find a lot of traces of blood, but they have no idea whose blood was actually there, if it even was blood for sure. But we do have a few clues now, but we do have even more questions, like, was John murdered in the guest house and then buried in the backyard? And if so, where is Linda? And is that really John that is buried there? And if it is, how did his mom not notice any of this? And how did no one else really notice any of this?
Well, how could John have been murdered in the guest house when that's when the other guy lived there? Wait a minute.
Oh, shit.
Continue.
Could the source possibly have been the one that did this? Mr. Chichester?
Not with that kind of name. No way.
No.
And one note here. In the Unsolved Mysteries episode, they mentioned that like the skull didn't have any bullet holes or anything, but they just assumed it was murder because it was placed in 3 separate bags. The Charlie Project site, they mentioned the skull showed that a man had died from blunt force trauma to the head. So I don't know if that's true or not. It's mentioned on there, but it's not mentioned in some of the other stuff. So we do have lots of questions now.
That was just because he tried listening to Limp Bizkit music.
Break your fucking face tonight.
I said turn it off.
Hey, remember? Shag my friends tonight.
God, the fucking epic solo.
Oh, yeah, dude. Maybe I'll play a clip of that. Never mind. Shag my friends tonight. So the backstory of that, Fred Durst said he met this girl like before the show. He said like if he dedicated a song to her, like he asked her to bang his friends or something or sleep with one of his friends. Something like that. So that's after Fred Durst plays the worst guitar solo in probably history. He yells into the mic, "Shag my friends tonight." It's so good.
It is the best.
Never mind. Shag my friends tonight!
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive's Employee of the Month, 2 months in a row. Leave a message at the... Hi, Jamie. It's me, Jamie. I just had a new idea for our song about the Name Your Price tool. So when it's like, tell us what you want to pay, hey, 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 and the trombone goes, blah, 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 and you say, we'll help you find coverage options to fit your budget. Then we just all do finger snaps while a choir goes, savings coming at ya, savings coming at ya. Yes? No? Maybe? Anyway, see your practice tonight. I got new lyrics for the rap break.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
So we have lots of questions now, and besides trying to figure out more about this mysterious guest house tenant person, this Mr. Chichester, Mr. Cho, was that what it was? Mr. Crow, trying to find him and figure out his story, quote, police would also like to locate a mystery woman who may or may not be connected to the case. In June of 1985, the kennel operator reported that the woman showed up to pick up Linda's cats. Faced with the alternative of destroying the animals, the operator complied. She never saw the women again, and it is not known if she had anything to do with the couple's disappearance. So, just some fucking random lady shows up like a year later and takes all of Linda's cats.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
We don't know who it was. We never find out more information. But yeah, this random lady just shows up and fucking takes all the cats. And the kennel's
Give me those fucking cats.
The kennel's like, well, we were going to kill them all. So yeah, you can have them.
Oh my god, yes.
Probably the fucking kennel that the dude from last week worked at.
Oh, yeah.
Getting those practice kills in. But before we get any further, we are now going to talk about a man by the name of Clark Rockefeller. And this dude, he could be a case all on his own, so we're not going to fully dive in like super deep on this one. But this is where the Talented Mr. Ripley movie comes into play, because this dude, he would travel all over. He would pretend to be people that he wasn't, and he'd be claiming to be somebody else. He'd be using aliases, and he was just kind of a fucking really nutty dude. Like, if you look at interviews with him or watch interviews, just looking into his eyes, he seems like he's a fucking nutcase.
Fuck yeah.
And in case you didn't notice, the name we started off with was Clark Rockefeller. And no, that's not his real name, but he had convinced many that he was part of the famous Rockefeller family. And you should know some about the Rockefeller family, but if you don't, we're going to pull a little segment from our boy Chris over at Killer Jobs, and we're going to do a little Killer Jobs quick wiki intro on this. So the Rockefeller family, they're an American industrial, political, and banking family that owns one of the world's largest fortunes. The fortune was made in the American petroleum industry during the late 19th and early 20th centuries by John D. Rockefeller and his brother William Rockefeller, primarily through Standard Oil. The family has had a long association with and control of Chase Manhattan Bank. As of 1977, the Rockefellers were considered one of the most powerful families, if not the most powerful family, in the history of the United States. The Rockefeller family originated in Rhineland in Germany, and family members moved to the New World in the early 18th century, while through Eliza Davison, John D. Rockefeller, and William Rockefeller Jr., and their descendants are also Scotch-Irish ancestry. So this family, they're one of the most powerful families in all the fucking history of the U.S. They're one of the richest families in the world, worth billions of dollars, and they were involved in a shit ton of real estate construction in the U.S. as well. Like, I'm sure you've heard of the Rockefeller Center, the Lincoln Center, the World Trade Center, billions of other buildings they had a hand in. So a short story, they're extremely rich and powerful, and this dude is lying to everyone, convincing everyone that he's part of this family. He's like, yeah, I'm part of the Rockefellers.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hey, me too.
People are fucking buying it. So this dude, Clark Rockefeller, his real name, Christian Karl Gerhardtstreiter, that's probably not how you pronounce it. He's a German dude. So much like the actual Rockefellers, he did come from Germany. So this is going to get really confusing. We mentioned the Rockefeller name because that's the most popular alias that he used, but he wouldn't actually don that name until 1993. So Christian Karl Gerhardtstreiter. He was born in 1961, and he moved to the U.S. from Germany while he was a teenager. Quote, he attended a high school in Connecticut, and for a short period, the University of Wisconsin at Madison. He married in Wisconsin in 1981, but his wife later said he left her the day after the wedding, and she finally obtained a divorce in 1992.
Fuck yeah.
The fucking got married and left her the day after.
Later.
But she didn't divorce him till 11 years later. Like, fucking, this must be a lonely girl. She's holding out that fucking long for his return.
You know, maybe there might be a chance. Maybe he might be back.
So, yeah. So, he would get married in 81, leave his wife the next day, finally divorce him in 92, and then in 93, he changes his name to Clark Rockefeller. And throughout his life, he claimed to be an actor, a director, an art collector, a physicist, a ship's captain, a negotiator of international debt agreements, and an English aristocrat. So he's just a fucking liar. Just lies about everything. Just pretends to be all this shit he's not.
He's everything I've ever wanted to be.
Fuck yeah. And then when he moved to California in 1983, he started using the name Christopher Chichester.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
So yes, that is right. This is the same guy that was the tenant living in the guest house. And it wasn't until 93, like we mentioned, that he adopted the Clark Rockefeller name and started to pretend that he was a member of the wealthy and prominent, powerful Rockefeller family. And while going by the Clark Rockefeller name, in 1995, he married a very successful businesswoman by the name of Sandra Boss, and the two would have a child together in 2001. So for 12 years or so, 95 to 2006, 10, 11, 12 years, so they're married for like 12 years or so, and he's pretending to be this dude that he's really not. And they would eventually get divorced because he was a dick. Like, he wasn't this big, rich, wealthy guy like he said, and he just lied about everything. And he was also super sneaky, secretive, and controlling. Here's another quote on this. Sandra Boss hired a private investigator in 2006 and discovered that Gerhard Schreiter was not who he claimed to be. Though she did not learn his real name at the time, she said he was unpleasant to be with, but she did not think that he was delusional. Quote, Sandra Boss later testified that Gerhard Schreiter was charming and that she believed the stories he told her at the beginning of their relationship. Later, however, he became emotionally abusive, and there was a lot of anger and yelling in their household. Although Sandra Boss earned all of the family income, she testified that Gerhard Schreiter held complete control of the family's finances and other aspects of her day-to-day life. So this dude is lying, pretending to be part of the richest family in the world, or one of the richest family in the world, but he's spending and using all of her money because he doesn't have a fucking job, which I don't know how you let that go on for over 10 years.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up a little bit.
And she's letting them control all the finances. You think at some point during that time she'd be like, aren't you like part of the Rockefeller family? You said you guys are worth billions and you're spending all my money. Maybe you could, I don't know, toss out some nickels every now and then. Do something. Dude, this dude at work peed his pants the other day.
Fuck yeah.
He's
fuck yeah.
So this dude at work, he started on Saturday, and I talked to him Saturday at the very end of the day, and he was like talking about he's like from another state and stuff. I was like, oh cool, what brings you to Ohio? He's like, well, the 3 strikes law. I got 2 strikes already.
Oh my god.
And if you look at that, that's like serious shit. It's like assault, rape, it's like violent crimes. Like that's the very first thing he ever told me.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh, okay, man. He's like, I got a family and a wife, though. I need to grow up. So that's why I moved here to work, get a good job, and just take life serious.
Oh, my God.
I was like, all right, cool,
I'm going to have
man.
to look that up. That's great.
On Monday, Andrew was training him, and Andrew's showing him how to do stuff. And this is what the guy says. Nah, man, I don't get paid to do all that shit. He's like, I don't get paid enough to do all that. Keep in mind, he said that... he's got 2, like the 3 strikes on. He's here to grow up. Okay. The next day, okay, we clock in at 6. Your first break is at 8 o'clock. That's only a 2-hour gap. If you ever have to use the bathroom, like just tell the guy you're with and then go do it. Like you don't have to stand there. He stays on the line. At 7:45, he's given a break. So he's only been working an hour and 45 minutes. He goes up to our supervisor. He's like, yeah, no one covered my break. No one would come to come let me use the bathroom. And he pissed his pants, okay? So he's got piss all down his pants. A grown dude. But that's not even true. The day before, like he knows you can just leave and go to the bathroom. So he did that on purpose so he could go home. Like he pissed his pants on purpose to go home. But it's like if you were going to quit, you didn't have to piss your pants, dude. You could have just quit.
Wait, so he never came back?
No, he told our supervisor he was coming back. And then as soon as he left, he called the temp company that he got hired through. And he's like, yeah, man, that place fucking sucks. They don't let you use the bathroom. I pissed my pants.
Oh my
that's like,
god, dude, that's the best, man.
He was on the clock for an hour and 45 minutes. So now he's like just a fucking legend, just known now as the guy who pissed his pants.
Fuck
yeah.
yes, dude. Like, and it wasn't water bottle. Did they say like he literally stood there and pissed his pants?
His fucking pants, dude. He's an idiot. We had another real quick story. I promise this will be real quick. This one dude quit. This one dude who's a fucking really weird guy. He just stares at you down. Like, he just stares at you the whole time, and it's really fucking weird. He wouldn't sit at the break table. He would sit on the table where the microwave is and just sit there and stare at you. But he quit because he said the guy out in the yard was harassing him. That guy is our boy Alex, who fucking listens to the show, we shout him out sometimes. Like, one of the most badass dudes in the world, okay? And he said he was harassing him. This is what happened. One day while leaving, the guy fucking rear ends Alex's truck. Okay. All Alex did was like tell him, he's like, hey, I need your information for the insurance. And like the next day, he gave him a number. He's like, yeah, you got to call this and talk to him so we can get this taken care of. That's all he fucking did. And he's like, man, that guy's harassing me. And he quit. What a bitch.
Quit. He quit. Holy shit, dude. That's so good.
As soon as I heard it, like, dude, that was such a bitch move, dude. That guy's harassing me. You wrecked into his car. Like, you're... Okay, where were we? I'm sorry for that.
If I ever rear end into someone, I'm going to fucking file a restraining order against them immediately.
Dude. Yeah, dude. Oh, what an idiot. Okay, so here's a quote from Sandra Boss talking about her marriage with this Gerhard Strider, or whatever the fucking 8 names he's used so far. Quote, Sandra Boss testified in June 2009 at his trial that Gerhard Strider agreed to give her custody of their daughter following the divorce. She testified that he also agreed to supervise visits 3 times a year with their daughter in return for an $800,000 settlement, 2 cars, her engagement ring, and a dress that he had given her. Sandra moved with their child to London following the divorce. So they have a kid together, and while they divorce, he's like, if you fucking give me $800,000, 2 cars, your ring, that dress that I gave you, then I'll agree I'll only see our daughter 3 times a year.
Fuck yeah. Hashtag Wildman.
Okay. He doesn't even have a job. He spent all of her money. How is he getting, like, I get it. There's gonna be money involved. $800,000, 2 cars. Why the fuck does he throw in the dress? He's like, and I want that dress that I gave her, which he had to have bought with her money.
Fucking who knows, man.
Yeah, I don't know. And then July 27th, 2008, during a supervised visitation, this is a pretty good story. Clark Rockefeller, we'll just call him that so it's not as confusing. Whatever, this fucking idiot. Well, his 7-year-old daughter, and a social worker, they're all hanging out, walking through a neighborhood in Boston because he has 3 visits a year, supervised visits. And that is when an SUV slowly approaches the 3 of them, and Clark... He shoves a social worker down, grabs his 7-year-old daughter, and hops in the SUV as they drive off and speed away. And hashtag Wildman to the social worker because he tried to grab a hold of the SUV and hold on while being dragged away to try to like stop him.
He tried to restrain an SUV with his hands.
He almost did, dude.
Really?
He had a 50% chance. Either he did or he didn't.
It was like a coin toss. Whether it was gonna work.
No, he was rolling a percentage die.
Unfortunately, that coin, it was Harvey Dent's coin. That's dumb. So
I like it.
The driver of the SUV, he was a delivery driver, like not like a pizza delivery driver, but he was the guy who would drive Clark around, and he didn't know what was going on. Clark, he gets in the car with his daughter. And he tells the driver that like she fell and hit her head or something. So if he could take them to a cab, they would use that cab to go to the hospital from there. That's one version of the story I heard, but it doesn't really make any sense. In the documentary, Clark tells the delivery driver, which is, like we said, just the guy that would drive Clark around because he thinks he's a Rockefeller. So he's like, well, I'm going to fucking drive this dude around. He's this big, rich, powerful guy. But Clark tells him, he's like, yeah, there's this fucking weird dude that's following me around. He's being a pest, and we really need to get away from this guy. Me and my daughter do. The guy, of course, being the social worker, who's just fucking doing his job.
Restraining order time.
And then later that night, a warrant would be issued for Clark Rockefeller with custodial kidnapping, assault and battery, and assault with a deadly weapon being the sport utility vehicle. So they're fucking going after him for this.
Oh, yeah. Get him.
So now he's on the run with his daughter. And then a week later, on August 2nd, he is found living in an apartment in Baltimore that he had purchased for $450,000.
Oh my fucking God. And that's in 1994?
Couldn't you just buy all of Baltimore with that fucking money?
Jesus Christ, dude. That's like, gotta be one of the nicest houses in town.
It's an apartment, it said, for that much. And he bought it under the name Chip Smith.
Okay, all right.
That's a cool name.
Hey, can't blame him on that one.
So FBI, they get word that he's in this apartment, and this is how they get him out of there. They speak to a local marina owner, and he tells the FBI that Chip Smith owned a boat on the marina. So the FBI, they call him up, pretending to be like the marina people, and they're like, yeah, your boat, it's sinking, it's taking on water. And then he comes running out of the apartment, like fucking running out, and the FBI is just there, and they arrest him.
Fuck yes, dude.
What a fucking tool. But yeah, during that week that he kidnapped his daughter, his ex-wife, she made a sad video pleading for him to bring their daughter back. It's pretty sad. It's kind of shitty because you never know how that's going to end, you know? You don't know if he's going to do something. And during the whole time of this crime, everyone still thinks he's actually a Rockefeller. So this is like a big news story because like, holy shit, a fucking Rockefeller stole a kid?
Fuck yeah. This guy unintentionally getting all this attention on him.
Yeah. So luckily, though, his daughter is found in the apartment and she was unharmed. So there's nothing bad there. So now Clark, Christian, or Chip, whatever the fuck you want to call him, he's arrested, but they have no idea who he really is. And his ex-wife of 12 years had no idea who he really was either. He has no driver's license, nothing. Nobody knows who the fuck he is. The actual Rockefellers are like, we don't fucking know who this guy is. But the night before Clark kidnapped his daughter, he had a glass of wine with a friend, and the police were able to take that glass, dust it, and get fingerprints from it. And that is when they find out that this Clark Rockefeller guy, they know that's not his real name. However, his fingerprints, they're linked to an unsolved crime in the past, and that is how we come all the way back to John Sohus. Because Clark's fingerprints match with those of Chris Crow and Christopher Chichester. And one more fun note, while he was under the alias of Christopher Chichester and was living with Dee Dee in the guest house, he was living there rent-free. This fucking mooch. He was fucking living there for 2 years rent-free because Dee Dee was drunk and just a troubled lady who was easy to take advantage of. Somehow he convinced her to let him live there without having to pay rent.
That's fucking awesome, man.
And now, I don't usually like to quote straight from the Wikipedia page, but here are a few things, and some of these are kind of funny, so that's why. During the actual trial for the kidnapping, on September 3rd, 2008, Gerhard Streiter, he was charged with furnishing a false name to a law enforcement officer following an arrest. However, his lawyers later argued that he did not do this for dishonest purposes. He's used like 20 fake names. He's like, yeah, but he didn't use that in a dishonest purpose, which is like just bullshit. On October 2nd, 2008, at a hearing requested by defense attorney Stephen Hrones, bail was revoked. Stephen Hrones had requested the hearing in order to seek a reduction from the $50 million cash bail under which the defendant had previously been held. Instead, the judge ordered the defendant to be held without bail. Then, on February 13th, 2009, his attorney filed notices that they intended to use an insanity defense for him.
Oh my God, yes, insanity.
Yeah. During the trial conducted in Boston in May and June of 2009, his defense team told jurors that Gerhard Streiter actually believed his daughter had communicated with him telepathically from London, where she and her mother moved after the divorce, begging him to rescue her.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, so in October, out of nowhere, they're like, we're going to use the insanity plea. And then in fucking May and June the following year, they're like, well, actually, he believes his daughter was telepathically communicating with him from London. Like, it just doesn't fucking make any sense. So no one fucking buys any of this. He gets
Well, you don't believe this kind of Kev?
If
personally, do you believe it?
It's just like Gary. If this was a case about Gary Busey, I would believe that he thought it was real.
But the telepathic stuff, you don't think that could happen?
No, I don't.
Do you believe in Harry Potter?
Yeah, of course.
Then you believe it happened. Okay. All right, let's continue on.
All right, continue on. So he gets 4 to 5 years for kidnapping, and then 2 to 3 years for the assault and battery charges, with the dangerous weapon being the SUV. So now we come back to John Sohus. So that trial ends in 2009. So now we go to March 2011. Investigators finally tracked down some of John's birth family, and they were able to get DNA to test the remains that were found in the pool. And it turns out that this skeleton was, in fact, John Sohus. So it took until 2011 just to identify that body.
Where do they keep these things at? Like, is there just some gigantic fucking storage around the place where there's...
I don't know.
Like, just dead bodies and, like, evidence? Like,
there's gotta be.
I don't know if this is just Ohio kind of thing, but police stations don't look fucking big to me. They just don't.
No, they're not.
So where the fuck is all this evidence that's been stored for years?
They keep them in a good pirate sea chest.
Oh, I like that.
With a nice big old lock and a skeleton key.
I did always wonder that, like, how they keep everything in evidence, like where it's got to be. Because, like, some cases keep, like, full cars and shit. Alrighty, so that body turns out to be John Sohus. And while Chris Chichester is in jail, we're using that name now, he finds out that he is being charged with the murder of John Sohus. And he's like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? He denies any involvement in the case of John and Linda. And we should mention that during the investigation of the murder of John Sohus, he never helped the police or cooperated with them. He just denied having anything to do with the murders, like, the entire time. But the trial, along with the luminol evidence, prosecutors had several witnesses testify against him. And this is a quote. Multiple neighbors remembered seeing strange colored smoke coming from his chimney around the time of the murders. He also asked friends about places that he could dispose of drums filled with chemicals. And around the time of the murder, he borrowed a chainsaw from a neighbor and tried to sell a bloodstained rug to a friend. Also, around that same time, a friend noticed that the ground near the guest house had been dug up, and he claimed that he was having plumbing problems. However, the same area was where John's body would later be found. Finally, 2 bags found with John's remains came from 2 universities that Gerhard Strider had attended. And on April 10th, 2013, he would be convicted by a Los Angeles jury of first-degree murder for the murder of John. He was sentenced to 27 years to life. Sadly, Linda's body has never been found. However, police believe that she is dead and was probably killed by him around the same time as John. So we still have no idea what the fuck happened to Linda, where she is.
I have no idea what the fuck anything happened to anybody.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really have any proof. I mean, this dude most likely did it, honestly. I mean, but there's no real good proof linking him to it. Besides the bags. The bags, I guess, are pretty good. But at the trial in 2013, his defense admitted that he had committed many crimes, but maintained that he was innocent of murder. And the defense even suggested that Linda had murdered her husband and then walked out of her life altogether. Even though everyone that knows her says that doesn't fit her at all. Like, she's a painter / cat lady. She's not going to murder her husband and then disappear and leave all her cats.
Do we really know that, though?
No, we don't, though.
People change.
So even though the prosecution's case against him was almost wholly circumstantial, no motive for the murder was ever suggested, and he did not testify. Linda's family, some of her sisters, they would testify saying she was not ever violent. Like, they never heard her fight or argue with her husband. So the fact that they're trying to use the defense that Linda murdered him is just completely ridiculous. But it's just a really fucking weird case.
Wait, are we getting close to wrapping it then?
Yeah, that is pretty much the end of the case. I just have a couple more things to list off, like about the bags we were going to mention.
So we pretty much just found out that we found John's body.
Yes.
But the only thing we find of his body is 3 skull fragments, right?
No, they find 3 bags of body parts, of skeletons.
Oh, I thought it was 3 bags of just skull stuff. Okay.
No, it's 3 bags. His teeth and bottom jaw are missing. And it took them until 2000. The murder happened in 85, and it took until 2011 to identify it. However, Linda's body was never found. We don't know if she's dead. She probably is, but we don't know if she's dead or not for sure.
That's weird as fuck. That nothing was ever found with her, like, at all.
The main suspect, Clark or Chris or whatever the fuck you want to call him, he never actually had any documented violent crimes before the kidnapping. He did shove the social worker to the ground and then drive away in the SUV. I don't really know how he got assault with a deadly weapon. I mean, he wasn't driving the SUV, but that's the only violent thing he's ever been documented as doing. But here's a quote from Mercury News. Perhaps the most damning piece of evidence was the fact that Sohus's head was found buried in a plastic University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee book bag when it was unearthed in 1994. Gerhard Strider attended the university from 79 to 82 before coming to the San Gabriel Valley. So it is pretty fucking weird that a head is found buried in California in the University of Wisconsin bag, and the guy who was living on the property in the guest house that disappeared went to that college. I mean, that was enough for the jury to be like, yeah, this fucker did it.
Yeah, I could see that.
Definitely.
That's all you need.
And I guess there was another bag. It was a University of Southern California book bag, which they said that our dude, Clark, he audited film classes there. So they're like, well, the fact that 2 of those bags fit with this dude, it's just too much. Even though it's not 100% proof, it is just too much to not really convict him on it. Quote, we deliberated for about 5 or 6 hours. Most of us were on the same page. A couple of people were kind of not sure where they wanted to stand, but we decided. We did an early vote, and it was 10-2 for conviction. The facts, the evidence, the bags, the Wisconsin bag, the USC bag, the blunt object. In the end, we just felt that it all connected him to it. I don't know what the blunt object is. I didn't see anything about that. But in this quote, they mention it.
It must have been Snoop Dogg's object.
Blunt object. The actual reading, which is straight from the actual court papers, quote, in 2013, a jury found defendant guilty of first-degree murder. 2 deadly and dangerous weapon allegations were found true. Defendant was sentenced to 27 years to life in state prison, including an indeterminate term of 25 years to life for the murder and 1 year for each deadly weapon enhancement. And then here's a weird thing. I don't understand. I don't think John's mother, Dee Dee, had anything to do with it. I think she was just a drunk lady who didn't fucking ever know what was going on.
I mean, I could see that, but man, it takes so long to file missing persons. But if you're getting sauced every day, you're probably losing track of reality anyway. So
but here's something weird though, too. So, and here's just a quote. Ruth Dee Dee Sohus, whose son John and daughter-in-law Linda vanished in February of 1985, she put explicit instructions in her will that stripped John of any claim to an estate valued at $180,000 according to court records. Her quote, I intentionally and with full knowledge of any consequences specifically disinherit and omit any provisions for John Robert Sohus. Doesn't explain why or anything. I mean, they were living with her when she disappeared. So I don't know why after they disappeared, she would take them out of her will.
Fuck these people.
Doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
So that is the end of the case. As far as theories go, do you think that this Clark Chris dude did it? Also, what happened to Linda? Do you think she's dead or alive? Was she involved in the murder? And what about Dee Dee? Do you think she had anything to do with it? What are your guys' thoughts or theories on this?
Yeah, I'm gonna just assume that that this Mr. Crow Christopher Cassius Clay guy did it, and because honestly, I don't know who else could have did it.
Yeah. I think there is a whole lot. there's too much pointing at him. The bags really give it away. I don't know the motive. I have no idea. It just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But this dude is real shady and pretty shitty. I don't know. I don't know where Linda's body could be. I don't know why he would bury her somewhere else. Maybe I don't know. It's weird.
Linda definitely is still alive, and she got a job in HR, which is where she's working to this day. There's a whole scene in Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt where there's a whole team of Lindas who all work in HR. Yeah, anyway, sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, I don't know. Unfortunately, I do think Linda's probably dead.
Yeah.
I don't see her choosing to live a new life or running away or killing her husband and leaving her cats and all that stuff. I just don't. It doesn't really make sense. As far as Dee Dee goes, I don't know. I mean, she was letting this dude live there without paying rent for 2 years. She was still talking to him. Like, I mean, she knew about the source. Like, he was the source that said they had a job in New York. I don't know. I don't think she had anything to do with it either. But she's just, I don't know. She's weird. She's just drunk the whole time and alcoholic. I don't know. Maybe she did know about it and just didn't care. Who knows? I really have no idea with her.
It's a strange one.
Yeah. Already anything?
It's a strange one, Mr. Green.
Oh, shit. Anything you guys want to mention before we shut her down?
We like to give a shout out to our listeners for keeping us going strong.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for you guys, we'd be bottled up with insanity.
Yeah.
But we've been doing pretty good. Your love and support, all your likes, your comments, everything on our Facebook, we love seeing.
I just assume you're making ICP references whenever you talk like that.
Usually
Not yet.
is. And, got to give a special shout out to our boy, Brooklyn. Shout out to Brooklyn John. Thank you for everything you do for us and for the show. Shout out to our girl, Canadian Chloe, the one-woman Canadian street team, who is always working her ass off, but still finds time to support the show.
Absolutely.
And that means a lot to us. That's super cool. Man, I feel like there's like 100 people I could shout out, and I feel bad that we're not mentioning everyone, because there is like so many people we could mention. I ordered Heather Curley's book. She wrote a book. She writes books. She's an author. I ordered one from Amazon. She's got a new one on the way soon. But yeah, I got to read it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to read that. Looks like it's going to be something sexy. There's there's a couple people on the cover who might be having sex.
Ooh.
Yeah. You want to hit us that closing shit, Spence?
All right. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Brothers Commonplace. We have a few requests for you. Check us out on social media. Leave us some feedback. Leave us comments on what you thought of the episode. Leave us suggestions on other cases we could cover. Or we just love hearing from you guys. We have people who Photoshop funny pictures of us, and we have people who just give us tons of food for thought and cases to cover, and we love all of it. So please talk to us. You can check us out on Patreon. And if you sign up at any level, you get access to our bonus content, our bonus episodes.
Yeah.
Which we do at least a couple of a month. We're trying to get into the top 200 comedy podcasts on Apple Podcasts. So please subscribe and leave us a review on there if you can. But of course, we appreciate your subscription with whatever app you use. Our new YouTube channel, we're also trying to get to 10,000 subscribers before the end of the year, which is never going to happen. But
we're almost there.
We can dream, right? We're at like 50. So
hey, wow.
Let me check just to make sure.
Please don't make it sadder.
You guys ready to hear?
Yeah.
70.
Okay.
Wow.
Fuck yeah.
That shouldn't blow my mind, but it does. Fuck yeah.
I've got a question. Since it's not on YouTube, is Chili Cartel anywhere
No.
online?
No.
I might make a BitChute account and throw it up on there then.
All right.
Just so if anyone wants to watch it, they can watch it. Unless they subscribe to our Patreon where they can watch it every day.
So, all right. Yeah. Special thanks to everyone that has left us a review already or shared the show. Really means a lot to us, and it helps us out. We appreciate it. And thank you to everyone that has signed up for our Patreon already. That is super awesome. I'll be sending out a next batch of stickers in a couple days. And a very special shout out to Taiwan for making us the number 18 podcast in comedy right now. Thank you, Taiwan. That's it from me.
Taiwan's the best.
I know, dude. Man, these fucking random countries where like some guy is like on the computer and like fucking, I don't know, has a stroke or something, a seizure, and accidentally downloads one of our episodes, and that puts us as like the top spot. It always cracks me up. It's always like random small countries where someone downloads like an episode, and that puts us at like the number 10 podcast. But all right, Toof, I got a question for you, man.
Yeah.
You got some words of wisdom, brother?
So, me and Andrew have been working together for a while now.
Good.
And I made a bet with Andrew that he couldn't fuck the new girl training at our work.
Oh, God.
You know, so we've been working there a while and everything, and Andrew's known to be pretty provocative with the ladies like that, so I thought, you know, maybe he can do this, maybe not. It's going to be kind of crazy. And then, people have been joking about Andrew at work, and I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, everyone keeps ragging on him. What the fuck's going on? And no one would really tell me because we're friends. They said, like, oh, man, I can't tell you, man. It's just too bad.
Oh,
and I was like,
shit.
too bad? I was like, oh, she got AIDS or something? Like, what the fuck's going on?
Oh, my God.
Well, it turns out I told Andrew that he had to go fuck the new trainee.
Oh, my, I already know where it's going. Toof, come on, dude. You're... Toof.
Hey, if I don't say it, then that leaves an air of mystery, right? If I don't say it, then I didn't say it. There's nothing to delete if I never said anything to delete.
This is so far at the end of the episode. I bet only the real diehard listeners are listening that want to hear it, so go ahead and say it.
I found out that Andrew didn't fuck the trainee. There's a more butch-looking woman in the shipping of our factory, and he fucked the tranny.
Of course, she's in shipping. Which is nothing wrong with that if that's what they want to be.
Dude, there's some hot trainees out there. What the fuck? I ain't fucking shitting on nobody, man.
Yeah.
I'm just doing a play on words. That's all I'm doing. Okay.
I mean, as long as there's a butthole, I'm game. That's all I care about.
Kevin, it's not a butthole. It's hashtag boy pussy.
Boy pussy. Oh, yeah, baby. You like that, Grandma? You like that? Alrighty, is that everything? Are we shutting her down?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Oh, thank you for making me feel so much wiser with your words of wisdom this week.
Oh, yeah. Did you think it was going to be a joke on you at first? 'Cause I was like, me and Andrew work together. So.
Yeah, I did. So, alrighty. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Do I say the first? I forget. Be good.
Stay safe.
And laugh at the dark stuff.
Hell yes.
Hashtag Wildman. Whoa.
Hashtag thank you, Mark.
Hashtag Blump Kids.
Oh, Spence. Fuck yes.
Hashtag pretzel dick.
Hashtag if the gathering's going on right now, why are we doing this? Dude, know what's funny? I looked.
Hashtag if the gathering's going on, who's listening to this?
I looked at the schedule for the gathering each day, and today they were doing autograph signings
Each day.
and it was split up. Yeah. It was split up to where it was like, okay, let me just pull it up real quick because it's fucking good. They got it like each section. All the good shit is between midnight and 4 a.m., which is like,
oh, what?
Yeah. Okay, let me pull up the day 2 timeline in the autograph tent. From noon to 2, DJ Clay.
All right, that's empty.
2 to 4, Big Hoodoo in Zug Island.
All right, I'd go to the Zug Island one.
Now,
that'd be cool, actually.
4 to 6. If you can fucking guess this, I swear to God, I will come over and suck your dick, Toof.
4 to 6, huh?
Who's doing autographs? You gotta get, it's 2 people, but you gotta get them both.
Okay, Violent J's brother.
Jump Steady,
and Corey Feldman.
Actually fucking close. Are you ready? Isham and Randy from Trailer Park Boys.
Oh my God.
What?
Yes, dude.
What?
Fuck yes.
That doesn't make any sense. How?
Oh my God, dude. Fuck
Yeah.
yes.
All right, are we ready to fucking end this? All right, I'm hitting
so
stop.
I take it Shaggy and Violent J are at fucking
We're probably
midnight
at
to
another
6.
day. Yeah.
Oh.
All right, I'm hitting stop.
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive's Employee of the Month, 2 months in a row. Leave a message at the... Hi, Jamie. It's me, Jamie. I just had a new idea for our song about the Name Your Price tool. So when it's like, tell us what you want to pay, hey, 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 and the trombone goes, blah, 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 and you say, we'll help you find coverage options to fit your budget. Then we just all do finger snaps while a choir goes, savings coming at ya, savings coming at ya. Yes? No? Maybe? Anyway, see you at practice tonight. I got new lyrics for the rap break.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
And now, an ad from Dad.
All right, save money on car insurance when you bundle home and auto with Progressive. Can I take these off? All right. What is this? This looks good. Wow. That's well made. Where did you get this? I'm talking to you with the hair. Yeah, where did you get this? It's good stuff. That's solid. That's not veneer. That's solid stuff.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Discounts not available in all states or situations.